All right, everybody, we are back here in the NGS Nexus Gaming Series. We've got UARK Esports versus Bancho as our second replay cast of the afternoon out of Division C East. And we are loading up game number 1 for you as we speak. Volskaya Foundry going to be our first map here. All right. In we go for game number 1. On the left, let me make sure we got this right. I'm not familiar with this team, so actually, let me pause for just one moment and make sure we got teams on the right side, because you know that would be a real shame, wouldn't it? I knew I was forgetting something here. But, you know, that's okay. We're doing it live. Even if it is a replay cast, we're doing it live. Alright, looks like we do have them on the right side. Good job, guys. They didn't need any help on that. They got this on lockdown. Alright, so where was I? Oh, right. On the left, we've got UARK Esports. We've got Z-Blaster going to be playing the Maiev. And boy, are those guys stacked up. Let's do it this way. Blue Space out on the Garrosh. Jax Taxman going to be on the Blaze. Dead Latin going to be on the Anna. Pokemaster J on the Sylvanas. Meanwhile, for Bancho on the right, we've got Blues Steven V2 on the White Mane. Slodgedin going to be on the Anubarak. Quinyaj going to be on the Junkrat, DKO 26 on the Kael'thas, and Shushi going to be on the ETC. Meanwhile, in they go to the mid. Jax Taxman, though, jumping right in on the bot lane. And he's going to be dealing some early damage to that wall. Nothing to write home about, but, you know, denying a little XP, nothing wrong with that. As those waves crash on in. Junkrat does go to the bottom, so interesting solo lane matchup. Blaze versus Junkrat. That's not one you see every day. But looking at who else they have, you know, Anubarak or ETC could do it, but probably wouldn't function quite as well against Blaze. Blaze not doing quite as well in a ranged matchup, you would think. Plus, Junkrat's definitely got the wave clear, but look at this. The huge invade here from UARK Esports as they get an early turret steal away here. And White Mane is going to end up just getting completely blown up there. Dead Latin, though, is in all kinds of trouble on the back end, as is Pokemaster J. And that's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange as UARK Esports getting punished a little bit here. They end up having to drop the turret as well for fear that they wouldn't make it out with it. Meanwhile, denial of rotation here as well from Shushi. I like that call. Is it Shushui? It's kind of like Tushui. If anybody read that book, WoW lore book, the Vol'jin book. Anyway, Pokemaster J, Dead Latin, once again they're trying here to prioritize this, but Sludgigan is in here trying to deny, but is going to get denied himself. So that's going to be a second kill going over to UARK Esports. Nice answer back after that first rough invasion. They were ready for that one. Bancho not quite able to respond in time. XP actually pretty dead even, especially for the fact that both camps were actually capped by UARK Esports. So they would have gotten a nice little burst of XP from those. So with 2-2 on the kill count, Ban Cho has to be winning in the soak here a little bit to start. Meanwhile, we are going to see camp grabbed for UARK Esports for a moment, but now is going to shift over to Ban Cho, and we'll get capped right before Blue Space Hat can get on there. Face melt by Shushi, just to make sure. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, camp grabbed by Pokemaster J, and now he's going to be pushing in with it as well. They've got time if they want to force the response from Ban Cho, and they do indeed still get that, even without pushing it anymore. Kael'thas goes to the top, and now the seesaw that is the control point B will continue, but not before Sludge again gets in Sluggoden. Sorry. I saw that D way too far, way earlier than I thought it was. Sluggoden. Gotcha. Anyway, he was in trouble there, but Bluestein will do a nice job of healing him up, keeping him alive. The slug playing the bug. Yes, indeed. It's a beautiful world we live in. Or play in from time to time, at the very least. Pull in here onto a Nubarak. Z-Blaster trying to set something up, but for right now, nice double sleep coming in. And the charge to follow it up. Jax Taxman with some nice CC on the back end of that. Toss in onto DKO. That is not where you want to be if you're a Kael'thas. He's going to end up going down to that big fan of knives from Z-Blaster and will pour it out just in time. Z-Blaster dancing on these boyos. And that's going to be first a map objective of the game. Triglav Protector going over. Oh, and a Nubarak falling as well in the bot off the end of that. So a nice 3-0 exchange for UARK Esports. Pokemaster J getting a couple of those kills. Now in the top, the Kael'thas clear was successful. Pushes in a little bit with that wave, but again, nothing that front wall won't clear up. Take a little bit of a hit, but no big deal there. Meanwhile, UARK Esports doing a little unorthodox. We see a lot of teams elect to prioritize pushing in the top lane here on Volskaya Foundry with that Triglav Protector to try and prep the top lane for that next objective phase, but they do get the fort off of it. I'm certainly not knocking it based on the results, that's for sure. Meanwhile, front wall going down, and UARK Esports may still get the well up here in top, but we do see a nice rotation in from Ban Cho. They look to try and get some stuns and possibly follow up on that Punisher going down, but UARK Esports will rotate away. A little more than a level lead now for UARK Esports as we reset into laning phase number 2. Also, Whitemane undoing about 4,000 damage. Yes, Whitemane's got that ability. She doesn't have a lot of good sustained healing, but her burst is really, really nice. Slug going to be tossed in here by Blue Space Hat, but does have the immediate burrow charge back. But meanwhile, level 10s are in, and Pokemaster J goes in deep on Whitemane. They're not able to steal the camp away, but they will be able to steal a 6th kill to start this off. And the only things spent there, short cooldown of Nano Boost and the Wailing Arrow to set up that kill onto Whitemane. And for now, UARK Esports are going to rotate out and grab their camp. Meanwhile, down in the bot lane, Jax Taxman getting back to business. Soaking these lanes out. 2-level lead now starting to form here for UARK Esports. And now they're going to go ahead and press in and grab that well. They're even going to turn off the fort and look to push in even more. And Ban Cho can't really do much about this without level 10. They're getting close to level 10, but they're not quite there yet. There it is. They will go ahead and lock it in. So for UARK Esports, we're going to see the Containment Disc along with Warlord's Challenge, Drop Bunker, Nano Boost, and Wailing Arrow. Meanwhile, on the right side for Ban Cho, Whitemane is currently holding, but we are going to see the Cocoon, Riptire, Phoenix, and the Mosh Pit. And it's a good thing that Whitemane's holding because I don't know what her ults are. Well, there it is. Scarlet Aegis will be the pickup. These new heroes, man, I gotta spend some time studying. Gotta get these ult names down. Imperious throws me for a loop every time too. What can I say? Battle raging on here in the bot. But yeah, pretty solid level and a half right now for UARK Esports. And this is going to be pretty good timing. They should be able to get level 13 right around the time this control point is up. So Ban Cho is going to have quite the uphill battle to have to go for to try and grab this. Meanwhile, we do see the N-Gage coming in. Great N-Gage by Ban Cho right before the 13s come in. But Containment Disc from Z-Blaster stops, but it's not going to be enough. The revenge of Whitemane. And Bluestein is able to get the kill there. And is going to go down to the Riptire. Pokemaster J is going to get smacked around by that Flame Strike. And signs of life here from Ban Cho. I said it was going to be an uphill battle, but they were able to win it nonetheless. And now they're going to be able to get a little bit of this cap as they start to try to soak here for level 13. However, 13s are now in, and the death timers are still pretty low here. UARK Esports definitely going to have the opportunity. We've even got 2 of these occasional catapults going on into the mid. And UARK Esports going to grab a turret as well to bring with them here. Worth noting that level 4 talent for Sylvanas. She did pick up the Mercenary Queen. So these turrets hit a little bit harder when she's in the vicinity of them. Could be a factor here as they push in on this point. But it looks like for right now, Ban Cho are just going to elect to back out. Warlord's Challenge in there onto I don't know who for a blue space hat. Misclick perhaps. Meanwhile, a good move from Ban Cho. They're making a great macro call here. Back out, get level 13, and just look to fight another day when you're on the same talent tier. And they should have enough time before this charge is in. And it's really going to come down to whoever wins that 13 team fight, because 80% already up on Ban Cho, so if they're able to win the fight and get the point back, there's not much that UARK is going to be able to have time to do, even with these early death timers. And again, I love this call, but here comes the rotation from UARK. They see them on this point. Everybody's going to come off the point and look to contest here. Containment Disc is going to go out onto the ETC. Bluestein does end up capping and picking up the camp, though. Web Wrap goes down onto Anna. They charge in deep onto Jax Taxman, who pops the bunker, and Riptire is not going to be able to rip through that bunker quite enough. Whitemane is going to go down, and that thing hits the floor. Z-Blaster is going to pick it up and put it down with that healing totem. Biotic Emitter, there we go. I think healing totem works, though. Meanwhile, we are going to see big win there for UARK Esports. They're able to take out Whitemane. Now they can assume their position on the point once again. They're able to shove members off. Actually, DKO gets tossed onto the point and Mosh on the back end, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Blue Space Hat's so low. How is he still alive here? The healing from Dead Latin keeps him alive. 4 for nothing. Whitemane, the only one alive, but only because the Whitemane wasn't even there. And how Dead Latin was able to keep Garrosh alive there, I don't even know. That was incredible. What a play from UARK Esports. Now they've got the Punisher, the Rock'em Sock'em robot of HOTS, marching down this top lane and just destroying the top fort, destroying the keep front wall. And now all members are up, but now down the 16 talent tier as this thing jumps right in, looking at the keep. They also do have the ability to try and maybe shut this down with Black Arrow from Pokemaster J, but they are going to go ahead and step back with it a little bit. Shushi does charge on in with that slide, but they're getting some nice poke damage on it. Ban Cho not stepping too far forward. They really don't want to take a fight out in lane at this point. with level 16s on the board for UARK Esports. They do rotate a little aggressively, but nice dodge. None of them get hit by that laser beam. The laser beam of death, if you will. Still 7 seconds on this. They'll throw out another beam, get a little wave clear, and let's just go ahead and back off. I like that call. UARK Esports not being overly aggressive. That they now have a late game win condition in that battered top keep. If they win a big team fight, probably past about level 16 or 17, they should have enough time to just walk right through that top. So nice grab from UARK Esports. They're going to go ahead and steal the camp as well. 11-4 on the core count. And now Ban Cho going to be looking to try and soak out level 16, get back into this matchup. They're not out of it yet for sure. They are pretty far behind. They're going to need to win some team fights if they want to come back in on this, but it's definitely not impossible. Like I said before, uphill battle. UARK Esports has done a nice job of just playing a nice, even, rotational game. They haven't won everything in this game, but they've won enough to give them a nice, steady lead. So much of Heroes of the Storm right now, though, is about the late game. You can win early, but if you can't win the team fights and the map objectives late, it's very hard to finish nowadays. So we'll see where this comes to. Level 18 now for UARK, as feels like such a slow grind right now for Ban Cho, but they are going to get this off of Trickle at this point, if nothing else. There is the 16. So now Ban Cho can look to try to force something, but there's really not much to force on the map. One criticism I've heard a lot about Volskaya is how long the downtimes are. Oh, nice face melt there from Shushi, saying no thank you to that charge in from Jax Taxman. Nice face melt. But yeah, how long the objective timers are in terms of the downtime. Oh, and the one-man Mosh coming in. They're trying to catch Blue Space Hat, but so deep onto the wall. Containment Disc in response. And they're actually still going to look for Blue Space Hat with that Riptire. The Burrow Charge comes in, and look at all the damage. But Dead Latin is just spamming out the heals. And it looks like for right now they are going to be able to get him out and now turn. The Nano Boost comes out, but a massive double Flame Strike coming in from Ban Cho. DKO says, no way are you going to come through that without paying the toll. And hits him in the corridor. Meanwhile, Web Wrap down on Sylvanas. Pokemaster J's in trouble, but is able to pop the self-unstoppable Will of the Forsaken, taken at level 16. I love it. This is not the Banshee that you're looking for. Walks away. Ban Cho taking some swings before level 20, but not quite able to find the mark. Jax Taxman, again, just quick rotation to the bot, grabs the point. And this is the fight that Ban Cho really needs to force, and they need to force it fast. Level 20, so close here for UARK Esports. And they know that too, so they're going to just back off. And they say, you know what? You can have the point. No problem. We'll see ya in just a few minutes with those Storm tier talents. Nice poke coming in from Quinn. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, this wave is big and scary for that top keep. And it looks like they're actually going to look to reinforce it here. UARK Esports is in no hurry to try and win this map objective. And Quinn is actually here to try and defend it, but not going to be able to do that much to push them back. Meanwhile, bottom is actually being contested by Blaze against ETC down there. Web Wrap goes down onto Anna, so they're going to look to try and isolate. Multiple members are here, but the Riptire is going to come in, popped immediately as that Web Wrap goes down, and Dead Latin is going to fall. Blue Space Hat now on the retreat, with no dead Latin to try and heal him back up, but able to zone Junkrat away with that groundbreaker. Pokemaster J is going to go down as well, even with that powered up turret. And that is massive here for Ban Cho as they're looking to come back. They were down the 20 talent tier. They lose the keep in top, but now they have overtime on the point with multiple members rotating down. Shushi, trying to hold on to this point, is going to wisely step away as the team is rotating down. But now UARK Esports is going to have to tuck tail and run in this 4v3 situation. And you know, the keep will be the core will be fine. You know, you can see it from his one eyeball there. He's doing okay. He's not mad yet. Shields are still holding. Now I got Junkrat back to clean that up. Meanwhile, Mr. Rock'em Sock'em Robot iteration number 3 gonna be just destroying the bottom fort here. And I've got a lot of extra damage from DKO here with this double flame strike. He's also got the extended range and cooldown reduction with level 20 available if he wants to take that at about half a level. So could continue to power up that flame strike ability, but we'll have to see. Grenade not quite far enough to get Z Blaster out of position, but the keep is just taking a ton of damage. Good poison damage in response though onto DKO, but not phasing them a bit as they push in. And the members of UARK Esports are backing up. They want to take this defense on the core and the core only. Meanwhile, on the other side, taking a little bit of damage to the shields, but it is just shield damage for the moment. I think that's going to be okay. Well, they are going in deep. Both the tanks are in this thing. They're going to pop out and look to try and CC on the back end. Shields are now falling on UARK's side as they look to try and finish this game off, but the containment disc going to stop the the mosh pit. But meanwhile, on the other end, the members of Ban Cho just getting destroyed while ETC was in that. Death Mosh is going to come out, but 34% left on the core. A massive defense from UARK Esports as they are able to turn this around. 5-man wipe, and now they can just march to the other side and take out the core. I don't know if this core even knows what's coming for it. Well, it's the members of UARK Esports just going to march right through the top lane, aid the push of this catapult, and take a very narrow win here in game number 1. What a thriller of a match this was. Ban Cho doing such a nice job staying in this game, coming back late and giving it one hell of a run, but game 1 ultimately is going to be finished off here and grabbed by UARK Esports on Volskaya Foundry. See, I needed to buy a B train for that last team fight, but we'll give you guys a quick look at these stats as well as the talents. And then we'll head on in to game number 2. All right. Very competitive division, this C East. All right, looks like we're going to get Towers of Doom here for game number 2. Arrow of the Storm, hello. Welcome to the stream. Doing replay cast number 2 here and going into game number 2. On the left, we've got UARK Esports, Jax Taxman, going to be on the Imperious, Blue Space Hat, going to be playing the Garrosh, Z-Blaster, going to be on Jaina, Dead Latin, going to be on the Lucio, and Pokemaster J, going to be back once again on the Sylvanas. Meanwhile, on the right, Bancho Sluggadin is going to be playing the Falstad. We're going to have Quinal on the Stitches. DKO 26 going to be on Gul'dan. Bluestein V2 going to be on the Tyrande. And Shushi is going to be on the Sonya. So I've seen Sonya coming back a little bit into the meta recently. Especially on maps like Infernal Shrines, where she was popular before for the wave clear. And on that map in particular, the clear on the shrine. But for right now, it looks like UARK Esports doing a pretty nice bluff here, as they have one member in each of the top and mid lanes, but Bancho still playing pretty passive to start this off. One thing I will note is Falstad taking bribe at level 1, so gonna have to watch out for Air Muradin trying to steal those camps away from UARK Esports. And no, I did not steal that from B-Train. Rabbit and I have been calling Falstad Air Muradin for years. Alright. So, immediate camp grab here from UARK Esports. They've been pretty on it so far with the camps. With very, very aggressive, quick rotations to grab these. We saw it in that first game with pretty much the immediate rotation to try and steal the camp from Bancho, but this time they're going to be on it as well very quickly. UARK Esports not going to elect to attempt to try and get that invade, but instead tried to rotate on Sonya, but nice dodge there on the Groundbreaker. Both comps actually pretty similar in terms of how they function. Both teams trying to isolate out one and blow them up, so we'll have to see who's got a little bit of an advantage here in the isolation execution. DKO rotating down. They're going to try and get this cleared up here in the bot. Already a little bit of damage on this front wall, and that last sapper does make it through. Shushi on that flank, tossed away by Blue Space Hat. And it looks like for now both teams will just go ahead and rotate away. No kills just yet. Meanwhile, first triple altar phase is coming online here as both teams achieve level 5. This is the first of 2 different triple altar phases. The first and 5th one automatically triples. All others are random, though you'll never see 2 of the same 2 in a row. Blue Space Hat in a little bit of trouble here. Does get hit by the Lunar Flare and the hook after, but Unstoppable is going to be popped. Meanwhile, in the top, both teams just go ahead and exchange, and with Falstad flying down and Garrosh so low, the members of UARK Esports just going to go ahead and think better of it and save their fighting for another day. Meanwhile, it looks like Falstad is going to go ahead and rotate down to the bot this time around, and Sonya is going to go to the top to go against Jax Taxman. But got to be careful. Stitch is coming around the backside, and there's the spear in. So now Jax Taxman doesn't have that slight bit of mobility for a while. Meanwhile, Gul'dan falling in the mid. And Jax Taxman trying to make it out. Blue Sheen trying to finish him off, but that is going to be just the kill going over to UARK Esports. First blood going over to them as well. And Dead Latin going to go ahead and cover for a moment while we get Imperious back up here into the top lane. Meanwhile, Sushi going to try and grab the camp up here. We'll have to see if UARK Esports can smell that out. Jax Taxman rotating in is going to see that she was there and on it. And there's the blind spear. He's going to find her there. Camps exchanged in the bot lane, and Shushi going to have to rotate away. Aura Windrunner, thank you very much for the follow. That's one of those you go, really? You weren't following me already? That's okay. We forgive you, Aura. Oh, nice. Welcome to the stream all the same. We will see Quinn getting tossed in, but is able to back away. Stitch is just too tanky for that kind of thing to work, but maybe not the spear. Man, Imperius comes in with the flank. Now the toss onto DKO, and hello, UARK Esports scoring big. Nice grab, though, by Bancho to at least trade out the tower shots. You watch all the channels. That's good. Ooh, NGS just went live. Alright, you'll have to tell me if they're going live with Div S, because I might have to pause this for a quick second and change the title. But Bluestein getting kind of low. Blue Space Hat is going to end up falling. And I hope all my lovely teams with this replay cast will forgive me, but I'm going to have to pause this for just a minute. But nice thing about a replay cast, we're not going to lose any actual time out of this. I need to help out my buddies over in Div S land. Make sure that they've got everything right on their side of things. It could be just the notification that wasn't updated, so I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, they do have the title right, so they're good over there. Sweet. Well, I hope that cast goes incredibly well for them. I know those guys have been working hard to set that up. Yeah, I think after this one, probably won't pick up an additional replay cast because I kind of want to go watch that too. So I guess if you guys have to go watch that in 5 minutes instead of finishing this match out with me, my feelings won't be too hurt. But hey, there's always the VOD later. You can always check out Nexus Gaming Series on YouTube to check out all the matches. Hashtag plugs. Alright, so let's get back into this. Level 10 coming in for both teams here. Bancho still holding that 4-point advantage on the cores. And we will see the hook just not quite finding the mark. Just a bit outside there for Quinn. As the level 10's coming in hot for UARK Esports, it is going to be the Ring of Frost Warlords Challenge Angelic Armaments for Imperius, along with Sound Barrier and the Wailing Arrow. You know, on the right side, Bancho going to go with Starfall, Mighty Gust, Wrath of the Berserker, Horrify, and the Putrid Bile. But look at the Ring of Frost coming in. 2 kills instantly coming out. Dead Latin healing with everything they've got on the back end, trying to stay alive. Stitches is going to end up falling as well. And holy bloodbath Batman. Wombo combo coming in from UARK Esports. Where did that come from? It's like UARK Esports got their level 10s and hit the go button. And that's going to be Camp. 5 kills. 4 shots. Bottom damage. Pretty much everything they could want. And again, that level 4 talent coming in here from Pokemaster J with that just massive damage coming in from those sappers. With that Mercenary Queen. Unstoppable pop there. Dead Latin going to go ahead and pop the speed and the sound barrier just to make sure. But holy cow. Was that a wombo? Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Jack's Taxman just rotating around doing his thing. Will be met by Sonya. as the clearings begins for Bancho as they look to try and take back this bell tower. Bottom bell tower, definitely a big premium for most teams here. And they're going to try and shove these in, but the wave clear is good for Bancho. But Quinn just gets isolated and completely blown up. My goodness. And it makes all the difference to have Jack's Taxman there with all that percentage damage from Imperius as they try and blow up the high health Stitches. Of course, couple level lead doesn't hurt either. So altar spawning in the bot. This is just a single altar spawn, but it's going to be in a pretty much what I would consider an impossible position for Bancho to try and get. So this should be 5 free shots for Pokemaster J. And we'll go ahead and give them that many shots as the lead now for UARK Esports. Meanwhile, push up in the top lane as Sluggo grab the camp and start to push in here. Jack's Taxman is going to rotate in time to at least dissuade Slug. Meanwhile, in the bottom, UARK Esports continues to defend under their bell tower. And Sonya rotating aggressively here on the backside. Bancho looking to force now with their level 13s. Fear does go out on to Blue Space Hat, but not quite the right direction. They wanted him running in. Shushi getting very low is going to end up falling to Pokemaster J. Wailing Arrow on the back end. They do pick off Sylvanas, but it's going to be 3 members in response. Now, Falstad going to top. Jack's Taxman considers coming down, but is going to go ahead and rotate back up. And keep the bell tower very low down here, but still enough that Stitches is not going to be able to do anything about this before this altar activates, considering the defense is still here and still strong. Triple altar spawning here. So this is our number 5. Now, there's a big one here. One more shot on the line for each of these, but looks like actually they're going to go ahead and rip that apart real quick. Can they get here to defend? Do they have the owl? No, they do not. Not in time. Z-Blaster going to cap. Pokemaster J also capping at the top. So it is just an 8 for 4 exchange after that altar is taken out, but still just that much more of a lead stretched out here for UARK Esports. Spear in onto Sluggo, and oof, the damages. It's a good time for Sluggo to get out because Pokemaster J was coming. I think was probably revealed there for a second on the map by that owl. Looked like it was close enough. It reveals the path along with anything it hits. Briefly. And Sluggo again just getting slapped around here by Jack's Taxman. He's going to try and turn and put some damage down. But, man, those spears, it's like, oof. Oh, and look at the rotation here. Speed it up by Latin, and oh my goodness, Falstad. I mean, like, he died so hard that the ragdoll didn't quite know what to do. The ragdoll was stunned by how hard that kill came in. We're going to see Quinn trying to find something with that hook, but just really no reason for Stitches to be here. Nothing to see here, Stitches. Just a bell tower getting annihilated. But on the other side, Bancho exchanging for the bottom lane, which a lot of people would say is definitely the priority lane, but we'll have to see how it works out as the altars are activating in the top, so it's a very long rotation for Bancho. UARK Esports is going to have very superior positioning on this. Yeah, Quinn not going to really be able to do anything about this. I think that might not have hit Blue Latin. That owl would have been close, but Z-Blaster doing a nice job of just stepping in front anyway. So that's going to be another 8 shots going over to UARK Esports, as they are now just 7 away from finishing off the core. Ziltoid, you hate to see it, man. Jax Taxman trying to get something done in the mid. Taking a lot of damage, though. Got to watch out. Lunar Flare, almost enough to slow his rotation out. But UARK Esports quickly able to grab that bottom bell tower back. Their siege is just ridiculous between Sylvanas and Jaina. Meanwhile, top rotation here. They're actually looking at taking the boss off the board. Jax Taxman is going to figure this out. Checks the bush. Kind of taking a look. Actually, the hook comes in. It's going to pull the focus a little bit here. Angelic Armaments is popped. The Bile trying to slow him down as he's trying to escape. Boss is definitely going to be finished off, but Quinn getting very hungry for the kill. Does find it on Imperious. Bottom bell tower is going to go down, though. And all 3 of these sappers are still alive here. 4 shots traded out in top. There's just stuff going on everywhere, but all 3 of these are going to get walked in. And now it's just 4 points away. If even just one of those would have gone in, then this is potentially game if UARK Esports can get this. Still about half a level away from 20, though, and Imperious is dead. So Ban Cho should be able to pick this up somewhat uncontested. And yes, UARK Esports definitely going to let those 2 shots go. That's definitely the call that I would make as well. Very smart rotation. Huh. Ziltoid, you did pick the wrong time, man. Should have. I had 2 sets here. I guess I could have spammed out, but it's kind of spur of the moment, so figured I'd get a couple casts in here before got our matchup later tonight at 8 and the Div S match going on right now on the Nexus Gaming Series channel. So we'll be hosting over there as soon as this match is over. But the bell tower going to be converted in mid by UARK Esports just as Bancho got bottom back. So just trading it out for now. This is Towers of Doom, so you never really know. And next time, indeed, Ziltoid. Next time, indeed. Top bell tower will be taken back as the bottom just gets put under an enormous amount of pressure here. Black Arrow does come out, so they're going to shut off the bell tower. Not eating shots right now, but Blue Space Hat very low. We're going to see the Soundbreaker come out, but Jax Taxman is stuck in here, and even Angelic Armaments are not going to get him out of that. And worst of all, we see the bell tower not even converted. It is sneezable at this point, but whew. Signs of life from Bancho. What a grab. They're going to grab both of these set of sappers. They could maybe look to try and push through the bot lane as well with these as they attempt to cap. Meanwhile, you see the rotation from UARK Esports. They're just going to go recap top. So right now, Bancho kind of playing a game of whack-a-mole here on Towers of Doom. Oh, and they convert it right before that last sapper gets in there. And so this is going to be 4 shots plus the 4 from the, well, if he can get this fast enough. There's the convert, and yep, 3 going to go over. So that's 7 shots overall. We'll see now 11-4 on the count. Top camp picked up as the members of Bancho rotate to top. So still not over. UARK Esports having a very hard time. Yeah, late game throws is right. They're having a hard time finding the finding that final turnover. And so both teams going to go ahead and clear up their own bell towers. And just like that, it's going to be everybody's going to own their own bell towers again. We'll have to see who can rotate faster, though, to the next one. Worth noting that this bell tower is not exactly in the best of health. It's not going to take much for UARK Esports to convert this over. Still, the defense is here, and UARK Esports, I think, is tired of staggering, tired of letting Stitches isolate people out, so they're not even going to bother. They don't need it. They only need 4 shots, so if they just defend their own bell towers at this point and just get one of these 2 that are about to spawn up here, that'll be enough. They still even don't have to fight. If Ban Cho goes in on one of these bell towers, UARK Esports has more than enough siege to just counter pressure it. But here we go. Things are about to get real here on Towers of Doom. Still not match points here for Ban Cho, but either of these go over to UARK Esports and it is over. Worth noting that the boss 30 seconds away from spawning as well. Probably won't come to that if I had to take a guess. But we'll have to take a look here. The double spear coming in. And holy cow, the ring comes in and Stitches gets completely destroyed. Sluggo not quite able to get the gust out fast enough to dissuade the damage. Taunt comes in from Blue Space Hat, and Shushi, trying to spin for his life, does find Sylvanas on that. But the back cap is there, and UARK Esports got to finish it off just in time, as the team fight was not necessarily going their way. You get triple cap there plus boss. Actually, Ban Cho maybe could have pulled that out, but at the last minute, the cap will finish things off, and that is going to be it for the series. Game 2, going to go over to UARK Esports, and the domination for these boyos. Yeah, Stitches with that hook maybe could have been the waiting factor. It's tough, though. It's tough. You feel like you have that sense of urgency that you got to go in and deny. You got to make sure there's nobody on the back end. You got tools for that, too, with the Tyrande arrow. But either way, very, very awesome series from this team. Both games were definitely back and forth. And really love the competition coming out of C East so far this season. But that is going to do it for me for right now, guys. We're going to be back with an A Division match tonight at 8 o'clock, so don't forget to check that out. But for now, we're going to send you guys on over to the Nexus Gaming Series channel for a little Div S action. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. And until next time, for the Nexus Gaming Series, I am Jayzon, and we'll see you guys later on tonight.